Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The Holy Quran states, "Verily we have created men in the best form." Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining us in Quran that Allah has made the humans in a very best form. Like there are so many human creatures, plants, animals, you know, trees, and human. But if you will see in all the living creature, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made the human in best form. Like humans are the best, okay? Allah has given human beings the best form and shape from among all his creatures. As Muslims, we make sure that we look after our bodies appear neat and tidy at all the time. Because as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining that the Allah has made the human in best form. Like if you will see our body, you will see Allah has given us eyes, Allah has given us nose, Allah has given us ears, Allah has given us, mouth. But you will see the same features in animal as well, right? Animal has eyes, animal has nose, animal has ears, animal has mouth, right? But at the same time, you will see that animals cannot think. Animals don't know where to go if they want to go to washroom. They don't know if if sometimes they do poo and pee and they don't know, they sit on their own poo and pee because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't give them sense. They, even though they have brain, but they are not able to think about it, right? In the same way, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them ears, Allah has given them mouth, Allah has given them eyes, right? So Allah has given them so many body parts, right? Same as humans, but they are not able to use those parts as the human uses, right? The way we use the body part, they cannot use the body part in the same way. Like they watch, they have eyes, they watch, but they cannot estimate, they cannot understand, they cannot differentiate, right? They have ears, but they cannot differentiate who is calling, who is speaking, right? So when they talk, Allah has given them tongue, Allah has given them mouth, but they cannot understand that who is talking, right? They cannot speak like us, right? So that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us in Quran that I have created you as a human in a best form, right? As a Muslim, we make sure that we look after our bodies appear neat and tidy all the times. We look after our bodies by exercising and eating healthy food. So what we should do, we should always, always take care for our body by doing the exercises and healthy food. Now, alhamdulillah, I hope you have a good concept eating healthy food, right? So can you please tell me how many healthy foods you can count quickly?
Oranges, apples, bananas.
Very good. Oranges, apple, bananas, and milk, eggs,
Yeah.
yogurt, right?
Sometimes salad.
Sometimes salad, vegetables, meat, right? There are so many options for eating halal, for eating the healthy food. Okay, so give me a few examples of non-healthy food which normally we eat, but we have an idea that they are not healthy.
Junk food.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee.
Coffee, yes.
Chai.
Chai,
Uh,
chips,
Sugar.
sugar, biscuits,
Sweets.
sweets, pizza,
Yeah. And noodles.
noodles. Okay, so alhamdulillah, we have a sound knowledge about eating non-healthy food, right? So what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining us, if you want to take care for your body, then you eat healthy food, okay, and do exercise, okay? We keep our body, we keep ourselves neat and tidy as our way of showing thankfulness. to Allah and showing respect to our bodies. Okay, so when we keep our body tidy, then we show thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. At the same time, we show respect to our bodies that I know how to take care. So what they are telling us, they are telling us to make yourself very clean and neat and tidy, and eat healthy food and do exercise, and this will all reflect, your all choices will reflect that yes, your Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created you the best creator. That is why you have sense to pick the best things for yourself. Okay. Number 1 point, eat healthy food. So Alhamdulillah, we have talked about the eat healthy food, and we have talked about the options what healthy food we can have. It doesn't mean that you cannot have the unhealthy food, but unhealthy food should be in limit. Okay, unhealthy food should be in limit. Okay, eat in moderation. Sometimes some people eat too much, right? And they say, oh, I'm too full. Okay, so this is not good. They should eat a little and they should give a gap, and then after 2-3 hours they should eat a little more, right? So if they will maintain the habit like this is also a very healthy sign. It is also a very healthy way to maintain your body, because body need time to digest what you are eating, right? So when you will eat, then body will get time to digest it, and then inshallah, after the food you have taken is has enough time to digest, and then you can reeat, like you can eat again. So give always 2-3 hours, 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours in between every snack and meal. So you can have 3 meals and 2 snacks per day, right? So sometimes some people, what they do, like they eat in the morning, then they don't eat entire whole day, and then at night they eat too much because they feel so hungry. So this is a bad choice, this is a bad habit. Okay, so eat well, but in intervals. Okay, have uh, morning breakfast, then after 2-3 hours just take a small snack. So when you will eat lunch, you will not be very hungry. Okay, and then you will not be eating too much. Okay, then after lunch, after 2-3 hours, just take a little gap and then eat some snacks, so it will give you a enough intake that you will not be very hungry when you will be eating dinner, inshallah. Okay, exercise daily. It's not necessary that you stand up on the machine and do exercise, but we can exercise by walking. Walking is also an exercise, right? So sometimes you can walk inside the house, or if the weather is good, you can go outside and you can walk and make it habit every single day walking. Okay, then use miswak and brush your teeth regularly. Okay, use miswak and brush your teeth regularly. So miswak is a very, very, very good habit. Miswak is a sunnah. If we do miswak, then it multiply the reward 70 times. Like if we are reading salah and we use miswak, so miswak multiply the reward of that salah 70 times. So we should make this habit to use miswak and to brush our teeth every single day and night. Okay. Then how you can take care of your body other than that? You can apply oil in your hairs, right, to make it healthy and to grow, and comb your hair regularly. Okay. So we should comb the hair, so often. So it should not tangle, it should be clean and tidy, nice and tidy. Okay, so inshallah, make it habit to comb the hair. Okay, use it and apply surma to itr and surma to your eyes. So itr is, we all know, a kind of a smell which doesn't contain alcohol, right? So it is good if you are praying and you apply itr, so the good smell will come, and that smell is just not like a perfume, because perfume has alcohol in it, right? But itr doesn't have an alcohol in it. So inshallah, we can apply itr And we can apply surma into the eyes, okay? So it will make your eyes healthy. Other than that, wash hands after using the toilet. Most of the kids, they forget using washing hand when they are done in the toilet, okay? So we should make sure that we should wash both hands when we are done in the toilet. Okay, so whenever we are using toilet, we should always wash our hand after. Some kids normally forget, so it's a reminder for all those kids. Okay, and before and after meal. Okay, so before and after meal is also very very important. So before and after meal, also we should also before and after meal we should also wash our hands before, because it will keep you safe from having germs, and after, because when we are done our hands are dirty, so we should wash before touching any other things. Okay, Naveen, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so I started 4:15, so try to be on 4:15 on Thursdays, inshallah. Okay,
Okay.
ensure that your clothes and shoes are always clean. Okay, so we should also make sure that keeping ourselves healthy, we should always uh, ensure that our clothes, our shoes are always very clean. Okay, we should not wear the dirty clothes, okay, because dirty clothes contain germs and then you can get sick. Okay, in the same way, shoes must be also clean. Keep your surroundings, classroom neat and clean. So we should develop this habit that we should always clean after we are done playing or working or homework. So we should surroundings, like we should keep your surroundings and classroom neat and clean. So we should always very careful that the things we are using in our surroundings, like if we are playing or if we are cooking or if we are in our bedroom, it should always be clean. Like it should not be, the things should not be here and there and look messy. Okay, it always leave a good uh, effect on your mind. Like when the house is very clean, we all know, right? When the house is very clean, mom is very happy, right? So why? Because it affects on the mind, right? So be simple and neat, not wasteful and proud. Okay, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining one more thing, that you should be keep yourself very simple, you should keep yourself very neat, and do not waste and proud. Okay, do not waste anything. Oh, I have extra, it's okay if I'm wasting it. Sometimes we waste food, sometimes we waste lots and lots of papers, sometimes we waste so many other things which we are thinking, oh, we have an extra. And never feel proud that I have so much and I am a very good organizer, or I am doing things very good and other persons are not doing very well. Sometimes we start comparing with the siblings, sometimes we start comparing with the friends, sometimes we start comparing with all other all others, inshallah. So inshallah, keep this in mind. There is a little story, a beggar and a self-respect. There was a beggar in the city who used to beg outside the masjid on Friday after Jummah Salah. So there was a beggar in the city, and that beggar was used to ask money on Fridays outside the masjid. As he was very poor, begging was permissible for him because he was not a fake person. He was really very poor. So that's why he was asking his needs outside the masjid. He would pay attention to the sermons that were delivered during the khutbah, because it was Friday. So whenever the imam is giving khutbah, so that person also listened the khutbah carefully. One such sermon was about the importance of earning halal income. One day he was listening the sermon of the imam, and Imam was talking about the halal income, earning halal income. He learned that supplications, dua, will not be accepted for those people whose income are from haram sources. At the same time, the Imam of the Masjid, what he said in his khutbah, in his sermon, he said the dua of a person never accepted if the person earns from haram resources. Okay, if a person earned from haram resources, his dua never accepted. So he immediately decided to accept money from only those persons that he knew had halal income. So he decided, I will not take money from each and every person. I will not ask other people. I will not say other people to give money to me. Okay. And I will take the money from only those people who are who are earning halal, who are earning halal. Okay, so I will take money from only those people. Now those people are not too many, right? So so the beggar was, let's suppose, if he was having $10 before, now he's having only $3. So it was very hard for him to survive, because he's not collecting money from rest of the seven peoples, because because they are not earning halal. Only, let's suppose, out of 10, 3 people are earning halal money. So he restricts himself that I will take the money from only these 3 people who are earning halal, and I will not take the money from the 7 people who are not earning halal. So this way he starts suffering, because it was hard to survive, right? He immediately decided to accept money from all those persons that he knew had halal income. What he collected daily decreased as a result, but he was committed to his decision. Then came a day when a beggar passed away. So one day what happened? The beggar who was standing outside the masjid and asking money from people, he passed away. Even though he lived as a beggar, his funeral was like that of king. Even though he was a beggar, he was the person who was asking money outside the masjid, but the masjid was full of, the janaza, the funeral. His janaza was like a king, like there were so many people. Many well-known and wealthy people of the area attended his janaza, because they knew of a great sacrifice he used to make daily in order to keep up with the commandment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He was to earn halal wealth, because people start praising him. Like, people were thinking his life is already very miserable, but he has restricted himself that I will not earn too much money. I will not collect the money from the people who are not earning halal. And he restrict himself due to the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which he listened in the sermon, that the dua never accepted if you have the haram money, right? So that is why people were very happy with him and they attended the funeral. So this was the story about a beggar, but he was a very self-respect person. So alhamdulillah, today we studied about self-respect. So inshallah, Sarah and Mawin, you joined late. So inshallah, we will get a quick review what we learned today. Okay. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explained in the Quran that Allah has created the human in a very best form, right? Allah has given human being the best form and shape from among all his creatures. As Muslim, we make sure that we look after our bodies and appear neat and tidy all the times. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala basically saying in the Quran that Allah has created human in a best form, very best form. Allah has created, like, if you will see our whole body, you will notice that we have eyes, we have nose, we have ears, we have lips, we have hand, we have feet. But if you will think, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying you are the best creator, so the question should come in mind that if we are best creator, Allah has given eyes, nose, mouth to an animal as well. So how we are best creation, right, of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how we are best. So how we are best, the answer is, and why Allah is comparing us from all the living creatures, because you all know that there are so many living creatures, right? Plants, birds, animals, trees, humans, everyone who breathe is alive, right? Is count in a living creature. But Allah said, among all, I have made the human best, because you cannot compare yourself with plants and trees, because plants and trees body is not similar to us. They don't have eyes, they don't have nose, they don't have mouth, right? But you can compare your body with an animal body. We have eyes, animal has eyes too. We have ears, animal has ears too. We have mouth, and animal has mouth too, right? So if you will think Allah, why Allah is saying that we are best? Because animal can see, but animal cannot differentiate. This is my mom, or this is my dad, or this is my sibling, or this is my teacher, right? Or this is my friend. They hear, animal hear. Allah has given them ears, but they cannot differentiate that this is my relative, this is my mom and dad, and this is, they cannot differentiate, right? Allah has given them brain, but they cannot use the brain in the same way as we are doing. Allah has given them mouth, but they cannot speak and explain the things like us. If they are hungry, they cannot explain. If they are, if they have pain, they cannot explain, right? So they have mouth. That is why sometimes when human behaves, um, you know, illiterate, so people are starting, why you are behaving like an animal? Have you heard this sentence from anyone? Any one of you, have you heard this sentence? Why you are behaving like an animal? Yes or no? Hmm?
Um,
Did you hear this word? These sentences? Why you are behaving like an animal?
Not much. Like I've seen it on the internet, like people are calling each other.
Yeah. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us that I have given eyes, mouth, ears to human as well as animal. But animal don't know how to use it. And human knows how to use it. So sometimes when humans are not using that correctly, people start telling them, pointing them, okay, why you are behaving like an animal? That means why you are not using your brain and your eyes and your mind, right? So this is all about the comparison, and that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that human are the best among all the creations. Whatever Allah has created, sun, moon, sky, mountain, whatever Allah has created on in the universe, humans are the best. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself saying that the humans are the best creation of mine. Now, if humans are the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then we should keep in mind that how to treat our body, because Allah has given us and Allah will take it back, right? So we yesterday read in the ayah that every single person has to die and they have to taste the death and they have to return back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we should be very very careful using ourselves, okay? We have to go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Allah will answer. So what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining to us, that we should eat healthy food, we should exercise to make ourselves healthy, we should always wear the dirt clean and tidy clothes and shoes, and we should always thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, showing respect to our bodies. So inshallah, I'm asking few questions just to review for you guys, because Anisa was here on time. So inshallah, let's ask few questions just to make sure that you guys knows each and everything about this topic. Okay. So Anisa, can you please explain about the healthy and unhealthy food? Well, we should take care when we are doing the selection of eating food. Anisa, Anisa, are you there? Hmm? Anisa, can you hear me? I don't know what happened to her. Okay. Anyways, so we should how we can take care of our bodies? By eating healthy food, eating in moderation, not eat too much, not eat too less. Okay, eat always in moderation. We should exercise, and then exercise doesn't mean that, okay, running or using the machine, but you can walk. If the weather is not good, you can even walk inside the house. Okay, use miswak. We all know miswak is a stick. If we use it, we get extra rewards for reading Quran and reading Salah. So we should always use miswak. Miswak keep us safe from so many diseases. Okay, brush, and this is sunnah, the greatest sunnah of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Brush your teeth regularly. You should always brush your teeth 2 times, in the morning and in the evening before going to bed. Apply oil and comb your hair regularly. Now tell me, who apply oil in on the hairs and comb regularly? Who? Maureen? Sarah? You
What
guys
did you
don't
say?
applying oil and comb hairs regularly. Who is used to doing that? Do you?
No,
Huh?
not me.
Not you? What about you, Maureen? Do you apply oil once a week?
Sometimes, but most of the times I don't.
Okay, so try to apply the oil once a week, okay? And inshallah, your hairs will be very, very healthy. Because in this topic, we are learning how to take care for ourselves, okay? So inshallah, make it habit to walk, make it habit to eat healthy food, make it habit to eat in moderation. Don't eat too much junk food, okay? And apply oil at least once a week, okay? And then comb the hair, okay? Use ether and apply surma to your eyes, because if you will, ether is a kind of smell, okay, which doesn't contain alcohol. Normally people use on Friday prayers for good smell. So you can use ether for having good smell around, and you can apply surma to your eyes, kajal or surma to your eyes, okay? Now kajal, surma is something as it's in powder form, okay? And wash your hands when you are done with using toilet. Alhamdulillah, we all do that. You guys do that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. And before and after meal? Washing hand before and after meal?
Yes.
No.
Sarah?
No.
No? Okay, so make it
No.
habit to wash your hand before and after meal, okay? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us to do so. So inshallah, we should make it habit, and it will keep you safe from germs, okay? Ensure that your clothes and shoes are always clean. Do you make sure that your clothes and shoes are always very, very clean?
Yes.
Sarah?
No,
No?
I don't
Why?
know. I don't know. I just I don't really know how to clean my shoes.
Huh?
I have to ask my mom so I can clean my shoes. So.
Okay, so inshallah, make it habit to wear clean clothes, and shoes should be always very clean. Okay? Keep your surroundings, room, classroom neat and clean. Do you guys do that or no?
Yes.
Again?
Always?
What did you say again?
Is it your habit to clean your classrooms and clean your surrounding when you are done playing?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's very cool. Be simple and neat.
Yes.
Okay, now wasteful and proud. Do you waste the stuff when you feel it's extra or no?
No.
No.
Very good. And never feel, do you feel proud that I'm the best and no one else is doing good, only I'm the one
No.
doing good?
No.
Very good. Because proud, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't like those people who feel proud. Okay, so we should avoid feeling proud on our the things which we are doing. Okay, so inshallah. And the story, remember what story we learn about the beggar? Who can repeat the story?
If you beg, it's not good because it's like a bad habit.
Who can tell me what story I read about the beggar? There was a beggar who was standing outside the masjid, and he was very poor person. That's why he was asking money from other people. And at the same time, he was listening the sermon, the bayan, the khutbah Imam was giving. Okay. One day he listened, Imam was telling that if you will have the money which is not from the halal source, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rejected all your dua. Dua never accepted if the money is not halal. So you know what happened? He decided that I will not take the money from the people who do not earn halal. So he stopped taking the money. Let's suppose there were 10 people coming to the masjid and everyone was donating $1 to him. So let's suppose when he stopped taking money from the people who are not earning halal, let's suppose only 3 people were earning halal. So he was only getting $3 and it was hard for him to survive, right? So so after some time he died. And when he died, there were so many people attending his funeral because they were thinking that he was a very good person who was
Poor.
taking care who was taking care for the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want him to not to take money from those who are not earning halal, because halal money is good and haram money is not good. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said not to take money which is not halal. And he listened Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even though he was a very poor person and his whole day was depending on the money people were giving to him. But even after that, he was not ready to take money from the people who are not earning halal. So do you get how the self-respect connected with the with ourselves, right? So inshallah, we should be very, very careful. If you have any question, you can ask me about the topic. And if any other point comes to your mind regarding self-respect, so you can share with me. Like any point come to your mind, how we can take care for ourselves other than these points. Anything come to your mind other than eating healthy food, doing exercise? What else we can do? Maween?
Don't eat haram stuff.
Stop.
Don't eat haram stuff.
Yeah, we should stop eating haram stuff. We should not earn haram money. We should not eat haram, right?
And like you can't really show your body parts.
You cannot show your body. But very good. This is also a self-respect and care of your body, that you should not show your body parts to anyone. And
read
namaz. It will keep you focused toward Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Read Quran. It will keep you focused to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And what else we can do? Wazu. Yeah, we can make wazu. And wazu also brings so many spirituality in ourselves, right? Dua. Yeah, we can make dua, lots and lots of dua. And sleep early and wake up. Sleep right after Isha and wake up in Fajr, right? This is also a healthy activity. Sometimes people do not sleep on time and they are feeling so tired in the morning. So what we can do, we can sleep early, right? So we should be very... How many of you sleep early? At what time you sleep? What is your time, sleeping time?
I sleep at 9, or if it's like a weekend, I sleep probably like 10.
9 or 10?
Me too. On the weekend 10, but on the weekdays 9.
Weekdays 9 and weekend 10. Maween, what about you?
So when it's weekdays, I sleep at 8:30, and then on weekends I sleep at 1.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
or like 3 o'clock or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, cause like the baby's awake like at night, so then it's hard, like I have to watch him, so it's hard.
Oh, really? And then what time you wake up in the morning then?
About 2 o'clock.
About 2 o'clock?
Yeah, 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. And Sarah, what time you wake up in the morning?
Probably 7 on the weekdays, and on the weekend it depends.
Okay, weekend it
Mostly
depends.
9.
Mostly 9. Okay, that's very good. And what about you, Anisa? What time you wake up in the morning?
I wake up at 7 if it's a weekday. Sometimes on like the weekend, I usually wake up at like 11.
You usually wake up at 11?
11 or 10.
11 or 10. Yeah, right. That's cool. Okay, inshallah. So if you have any question, you can ask me. Otherwise, we will keep it till here. Inshallah, we will move on to the next topic. Inshallah, next week. But try to be here at 4:15. So inshallah, we can cover so many things and so many question answers. Inshallah, and then we can complete the article. Okay. So I will start at 4:15. So inshallah, try to be here at 4:15. Inshallah, only on Thursdays. Okay, not on the weekdays, because what happened? Fatima joined, I think, at 4 o'clock or 4:15 on weekdays. No, on Thursday. So, but anyways, she is with the Anamanti, so she's going in another class with Anamanti. So their timings are different, but maybe she was confused, like she's not in my class. But anyways, inshallah, alhamdulillah, have a nice weekend, and inshallah read the dua. Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi.
Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi.
Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika.
Subhanakallahumma
Wa bihamdika.
wa bihamdika.
Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta.
Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta.
Nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.
Nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.
Subhana rabbika.
Subhana rabbika
Rabbil izzati.
rabbil izzati
Amma yasifun.
amma yasifun.
Yasifun.
Salamun alal mursaleen.
Wa salamun ala mursalin.
Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz, Maureen.